Fala pessoal, de boa, continuando a nossa gameplay do Starfield de onde paramos. E bom, hoje iremos fazer ali a parte, né, de relacionamento ali com o Sam, beleza? E bora lá, né, começar a historinha dele ali, né, a gente inicia as interações ali na constelação e bora conhecer mais essa história do game.
Wow. So you're the extra-dimensional entity, right? Do you still, like, cry and stuff?
I stand by my initial
So, I was planning this whole excursion to Aquila, but then Noelle tells me that she knows exactly where the artifact is. And that something called a Starborn told her everything about them. And she also mentioned that you might know everything about me already. Been a weird day, I'm not gonna lie. But you already have, right? You knew some kind of other universe version of me. How is this gonna be anything other than awkward? Yeah, but even having to think about that is... I can't be the only one who thinks this is weird. Where would we even go from here? We're just gonna act like we're two ordinary people getting to know each other? Ignore all the Starborn stuff? Fine, I'm in. But I don't want any I know what you're gonna say or do surprises, alright? You can keep my future to yourself. You can thank me after I get used to all this. My hair's standing on end just talking about it. Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. You ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side. I know. Just bracing for it. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it. I'm sure plenty of the others won't like it, and I'll be worried like no tomorrow if we don't end up in the same place. But I gotta keep telling myself that Cora's ready for this. And hey, same goes for you. If we don't see each other on the other side, it's been, all worth it.
I heard all about you and your powers. Maybe one day I'll go to the Unity.
You are straight out of one of those film noir novels. Working undercover and thwarting the bad guys. Just walking around the key makes my skin crawl. How'd you pull it off? And you did the job anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong, helping SysDef was never on my bucket list. Commander Akande, he really wasn't as much of a tight ass as I was expecting. And ultimately, he had you back, so... I guess here's to SysDef. Aw, shucks. Well, this victory, really, it's all you. I just wanted to say, when we first teamed up, I had a good feeling about you. But this... you really helped people. Helped everyone. I can't wait for our next adventure. Now, you're not pestering the captain,
Feel like I
right,
should
Cora?
be seeing heaven's order every
Hester?
time you say something.
You think I'm a
Starborn.
pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn... oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right? That was a lot. Well, it just makes you human. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuroamp tech. Swear, it's the worst yet. Thank God you put a stop to it. It's worse, far worse. The other tech is capable of untold destruction, but with the neuroamp, they can take away your very body. They can make you do any damn thing they want. I can't think of anything more terrifying. Amen to that. With a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu. You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair's over. Thank God.
I'll get to it, Dad. I promise.
When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
Okay.
The whole Terramorph situation, seriously, hats off to you. When I was growing up, everyone was afraid of Terramorphs. How they could seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The carnage, the destruction. The stuff you've done here could save so many lives. Eat your nutrient paste or the Terramorphs will get you. Were you ever told that? I don't know about these Aseles. That microbe would wipe out the Terramorphs for good and certain. I mean, the Aseles? It'll take longer, take more hand-holding, and there's no saying the Aseles will fully get the job done. I hope for all our sake you made the right call. When you put it like that, I guess I see your point. The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time. Even if they don't know it.
Well, I'm okay. But I'd be a lot better if...
A gente sempre vai ter ali interações com todos os compênios relacionados ali às facções que já completamos no game, tá?
Dad says you're in Constellation now. That you kind of were already.
Hey, it's the Starborn. I'm always up for adventure, friend.
E aí começa o processo ali, né, de ir ganhando empatia com o compênio, fazendo missão, explorando e por aí vai, pra ir liberando ali novos diálogos também, né?
Yeah, the way you handle things, not bad, not bad. My life is an open book. Well, mostly open. Well, just ask. There's so many planets, moons, celestial phenomena out there. Most captains just sail through the Great Black, not even really looking, appreciating. A lot of the time touching down on a virgin planet can be, well, uneventful. But every now and then, you see something no human has ever laid eyes on. That is what I live for. Korra has the complete top-of-its-class learning videos and lessons. And I have to occasionally do some of the old homeschooling. Fortunately, mainly it's the videos. Around when she was 7, she could already see the cracks in my knowledge. Come to think of it, I think she's doing an introductory college course in astrophysics. Not being graded, like, for fun. She's so weird. I've seen my fair share of scrapes. Actually, a triple share with a massive bonus worth. Some folks say I'm the luckiest man alive after making it through some real whoppers. But the trick is to always keep a cool head. Impulsiveness, fear, adrenaline, all those will get you jumpy. You get too jumpy, your target could be 5 in front of you and you'll miss every time. There's no next. I want to be exploring until they pry the boots off my cold dead feet. I mean, Korra will go to university, and the price tag there is scarier than any jam we've been in. But for me, my truest love is the next star, the next horizon. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Ko? Is it everything you imagined? Ain't you ever heard of sarcasm, friend? Okay, so how's it traveling with one of the great Coes? That better? Yeah, but no autographs, okay? I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him. There's books about him, lots of them. All right, a couple of high notes. He was one of the first grav jump explorers, back when they had no idea of the dangers. First solo jump out of Sol System, all him. He explored all the planets in Cheyenne and settled the Aquila. Plus, he formed the whole Freestar Collective with Voli. So, as you can see, the names got some serious heft. I am. And I'm not. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed on me. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now I just hope I can help Cora to... I don't know. Well then, Cora's gonna get a 5-star university education from me. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Coe. He looked out at the stars, and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Well, I get it. That's powerful stuff. And now... I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that? I believe that might be the most honest thing you've ever said. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing. Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about. That girl. If Cora leaves her tools out one more time... I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times. Oh, next time I see her, I'll paste on a smile and ask her ever so nicely to pick them up. Again. I mean, this is between me and you. But Cora wasn't exactly planned. I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner. Lillian Hartz. Well, we were like fire and ice, but, well, it wasn't all bad. Well, it wasn't by choice. It was a lousy fit. Maybe someday I'll get into it. I'm just happy I found Constellation. Best damn organization in the settled systems, you ask me. If anything, I think she should be jealous of you. Maybe some other time I'll get into the whole Lillian chapter. She's one of their top rangers, so they keep her in the field a lot. That's how she likes it. It wasn't always like it is now. Hell, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me. A father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl. Well, Mrs. Lillian Coe was right there with me. And as bad as I had it with nursing at all hours, I know I had it comparatively easy. But that don't mean those first few months were good by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, sure don't feel like it. And there's something you said to me about parents wanting children to learn from their mistakes. Now that Cora's getting older, that's what haunts me. I've done things I'm not proud of. Said things even worse. I try to be better for Cora, but is she gonna fall into the same traps? That's really reassuring. I do the best I can by her. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming with options here. Her mother... Like I said, another story, another time. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir. No, not really. Lillian and me don't have any siblings. We'd have to start looking into really extended family for other relations. I wouldn't want to anyway. Looking after Cora, that's not something I want to pawn off on someone. You think? Well, she does say the damnedest things. And if she just learned to pick up after herself, she just might live until she's 13. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of it. Didn't get much sleep last night. Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated. I know I woke Cora up. Well, up until a few years ago, she kept hoping we'd get back together. I mean, Lillian and I stayed married longer than we should have for Cora's sake. But we really weren't doing Cora any favors there. Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night, like everything? Just so you know, there's a long, proud tradition of singing in the shower. Ah, Lillian, she's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always, about the job. When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team. I never had much passion for law enforcement. But there were days I was damn proud to wear the uniform. And other days, too messy. I mean, we always walk the line well. Lillian is good that way. But some laws I think are horseshit. Like ruining lives because some barroom brawl got out of hand. That never sat well with me. Oh, don't worry. You're in a category all your own. Where was I? But one day, I was just done. No particular reason. It had been building for a long time. See, I tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind, come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right. Not for a second. And she's right. Lillian is where she's meant to be. She always wants to fight the good fight. And the Rangers are lucky to have her. We were making each other miserable. And that wore on poor Cora, too. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I told her what you told me, that Cora is just blossoming with all this. With Sarah, you, heck, even Walter. I just know Cora has futures I could never dream of. But Lillian, not so much a fan of you. That kinda set me off. Late night stakeouts, shootouts with a lot of leftover adrenaline. Well, we were never lacking in chemistry. Compatibility, on the other hand... Nah, don't be. It's always something. Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again. If I do that, y'all might want to invest in some industrial-strength earplugs. For now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail, so everyone can sleep easy. You know, traveling with you has been something else. But the best part is when we're charting course for the next jump. I never feel at home planetside. How about you? Now that's the right answer there. See, the people I don't get are the ones who never go anywhere. They stay in their own hometown, they just live and die there. There's a whole galaxy full of wonder and things you could never imagine. How can they be satisfied with one tiny sliver of it? I mean, you're right, but I think everyone should at least get out once. Go someplace, meet people. Get out of your comfort zone so you can really see that the worlds are more than just little issues and bickering. There's a mess of ugly out there, but my God, there's grandeur, too. Space. That great void. That's the stuff for me. I want to be the code that finds something deep out there. Solomon got us here in a big way. I'd like to discover something that moves people. Makes them feel just a bit of what I feel when I jump systems. Not knowing what's next. Then you are a glutton for punishment. But I do love the way you listen. Yeah, it's funny, as much as Jacob, my dad, cashes in on the family name, he's got no adventure in him. And I get it. It's dangerous, sometimes scary out there. But that's what exploration is. Going off the map and seeing if there truly be dragons. Not one drop. He's always been about making deals, keeping goods moving. Despite his many, many flaws, I think deep down, he is trying to do good for Kilo City. But if you're gonna be name-dropping Solomon all the damn time, you should act a little more like him. I couldn't ask for better company. Here, this is for you. Well, I see your parents didn't skimp on your P's and Q's. I spotted it on our last planetary foray. All part of the service. Hey, I'm gonna pick things up one way or the other. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Who knows? Check in with me now and again and I might find more. The Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge? I know exactly how you feel. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in the backstabbing world of megacorp politics. Sadly, it is. Tough calling what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him. Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover. I don't got many friends, so I figure I gotta level with you. My past keeps showing up. I should get ahead of it before I get behind it. Hell, this is tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Right. When I turned 18, my dad used one of his many connections to get me my first real job. That, plus the magical Co family name, meant I was shipping freight out of Aquila. If there's a way to take the wonder out of space, it was working for that outfit. Every milligram of helium-3 accounted for, timetables down to the second, too busy to ever really appreciate anything. Or even look up. Yeah, that's about the size of it. So, an opportunity comes by from the boss man. He says, run this job, don't ask questions, and there's a bonus. Hell, I was still just a kid. I jumped on it. I knew I wasn't shipping some dried mangoes, but suddenly, God help me, it was fun. Up until then, I tried my best to be the dutiful son. I hated it. But man, I tried. This was a rush. It was a thrill. Lying through my teeth to customs, even that shady delivery guy. It felt like I was finally, truly living. You think? So, more jobs started coming. And everywhere I went, suddenly dangerous people were much better armed. I'd hear about armed conflicts and civilian casualties. Innocent casualties. And I'd pretend that wasn't me. Maybe I wasn't smuggling weapons, maybe I was carrying something else. As long as I never open the boxes, I can keep pretending. Soon the boss man's relying on me, and the pay was nice. We also started partying a lot together. Hard. There are whole weeks that are blank. Never had a lick of trouble. Till I did. At the time, I thought I was the bee's knees. But looking back, a lot of it was dumb luck. I swear my damn name got me out of trouble most of the time. Oh, you're a Cole like Solomon? They just waved me through. I had booze enough and drugs enough to never really have to look too hard in the mirror. I knew if I did, I wouldn't like what I saw. Or where it was going. Yeah, but it takes two to tango. To this day, I don't know when I was running that last job. But it was tasty enough, a whole mess of Crimson Fleet jumped me at the rendezvous. Yeah, a sane man would have been scared. But I looked at my pissant trading skiff's dual cannons and shouted, "Oh, this is on!" Yeah, I blew up one of the pirates before they realized that I was out of my gourd. I managed to get them down to 2 left before every system I had was fried. I was done. That should have been the end. But that's when the Rangers showed up. It just felt right. Like this is what I was meant to be. And I was young, no care in the world. I thought, what, there's only 7 of you? I like those odds. I don't even know how I did it. Pure instinct, but it wasn't enough. And then, dependable and straight as an arrow, Lillian Hart came on the comm, and well, it's like hearing the voice of an angel. The Rangers took them out, no problem. All that's fuzzy, though. See, I passed out. And when I came to, Lillian was there. Seems the Rangers were impressed with me. Offered me a job. Yeah, by all rights, it should have been a prison cell, but Lillian, she saw something in me. and I took the job. And that's it. All my cards are on the table. Look, I'm guilty as hell of smuggling who knows what. And there are people I dealt with, bad people, that would recognize me. But I swear, I did more questionable stuff for the Rangers, under orders, mind you, than I ever did as a smuggler. Officially, my cargo was destroyed by the fleet. Unofficially, hell yes, she knew. She jettisoned it herself. I don't know why she did it, but she stuck her neck out for me. And after she helped me sober up and put the mess I was back together. Well, after I hit bottom, I learned a lot. Fast. But the thing that scares me is Cora. I mean, I gotta tell her someday. Sometimes the way she looks at me, I'm not worthy of that. But to see that look gone... that means a great deal to me. Just so you know, all this is why Lillian is something else. And I really need to own that. And have a tough talk with Lillian. Tell her about that follow-through you mentioned. Cora's at an important age right now. Every visit counts. You can't flake on her. Well, for now, let's do something more cheery. Like getting a root canal. I'd appreciate your advice. After our last talk, I just feel a little more at peace. A little more whole. Cora's grandpa, good old Jacob, well, he just will not stop pestering me to see Cora. And that's complicated. He is not my favorite topic of conversation. My early years, they weren't good. My mother died when I was 7. Some people have such strong memories from their early life. Me, I mean, I remember her. I have some pictures. I remember the feelings, but just a few clear memories. She banged up her knee real good in an accident. So she went in for knee replacement. Supposed to be routine, but that damn anesthesiologist dropped the ball. And one day Mom's fine, and the next, doctors take her away. She had these truly ancient cameras, like caveman type things. To the room with a red light, she developed pictures she took in this chemical bath. I remember sitting on a stool, looking up at them slowly fading in, and it was like alchemy to me then. That's all I have. Just glimpses like that. Oh, it's all right. It's ancient history. So, Jacob raised me on his own, and shit, maybe I don't give him enough credit. I mean, I know how tough it is, but he was strict, hard. Dad was a longtime civil servant, a big man in government, and he had a future all laid out for me. Man, could he get his hooks into you. He was scary good at that. At his height, he was some sort of trade minister. A very prominent man in Aquila City. And after I came along, he stepped down to a lower posting. He still had a finger in trade all over the collective. I can't deny it. He sacrificed a lot to be closer to Mom and me. You know me too well. But I tried. I felt the weight of legacy. I wanted to do him proud. He said I had to learn the business, run some freight, see how credits flow, speak the language. Meanwhile, he's working some angle for a government job for me after. That sounded even more miserable than what I was doing. Oh, I started to. Many, many times. He'd always steer the conversation away or just use logic to dissect every little point. Once I held my ground, and he said I was an ungrateful child, not worthy of what he was doing. Imagining you around back then. Let's just say you would have been, distracting. But I had a point, if I could remember it. Even after I was with the Rangers, Dad was just always needling, angling for me to join the government. But by then I knew myself more, and I could stand up to him. And Lillian, well, she helped. If I let Jacob into Cora's life, he'll dream up some big future for her and tie her into knots like he did with me. A man could teach a master class in manipulation. Well, like you said, I've taken a lot of hard knocks, learned a thing or two. Yeah, I might be able to make sure Jacob stays a good, doting granddad. Or else, I guess I got more to think about. We need to find Cora and talk with her. She made it sound like it's life or death. Thanks for grabbing me. Cora wanted something and I was hoping you could humor her. For me. Cora! Cora! So, what's so important that you needed us?
Thank you for talking to me. I got something super important. Something's wrong with Mom.
You just figuring this out?
No, she's in trouble. It's been too long since she's written me.
Wait, you read each other?
Focus. We need to find Mom. You believe me, right? We were reading the Count of Monte Cristo together, and she hasn't gotten back to me. She's a slow reader, but it's been too long, even for her. She always sends a message when she's finished, but I haven't heard anything. Very serious.
Listen, trust me, Lillian Hart is not in trouble. She eradicates trouble. That's her thing.
This is not normal.
I don't even know where she's stationed, Gumdrop.
Dad. She's on Neon.
I know this is a whopper of a favor to ask, but there will be no end to this until we see Lillian and clear this all up. Thanks. You being willing to do this, it means a lot.
Bring all your guns and armor and stuff. It's going to get serious.
Lillian will be at the Ranger outpost on Neon. That's Jalen, Price's office. So, if she's out, he should be able to help. It should be easy. Of course, sees Lillian, everything will be back to normal.
Welcome back. Listen, feel free to use anything. Wait, is that Sam Coe? You have a lot of nerve. Here to yell at Lillian personally? Maybe change things up a little?
Listen, this ain't about me. It's about the kid.
I didn't see you, Princess. Sorry. So why are you here then? Besides him ditching the Rangers to join what was it, Constellation, Lillian Hart is a hell of a Ranger. And every single time she gets a message from him, it just makes her job that much harder. He should just do us all a favor and get out of our lives. I'm sorry. I just can't help you. I'm afraid I cannot disclose that information. You do remember that from your Ranger days, Sam? About civilians not being allowed to know sensitive information and all that? It's Cora, right? I just can't say anything. I'm sorry. What? Someone is trying to bribe an official on Neon? No, I'm afraid that won't help. So, this is official business. Sorry, that's different. I haven't heard from Lillian in some time. I know she was working a case, a big one, and was playing it really close to the vest. Feel free to search her desk. Maybe there's something there. Sorry, that's all I got. She headed out a few weeks ago. I asked if she needed anything from me. She's really formidable. One-lady army type of thing. But I could tell the case was dangerous. Hey, I'm genuinely happy to help you out. Your friend? Not so much. Listen, I've heard a lot of stories about you. If Lily needs an assist, she couldn't ask for anyone better. So good luck. Hopefully, you won't need it.
Beleza, a gente precisa procurar ali por pistas da Lillian, certo? A gente já tem um códice ali pra continuar a missão. Claro que deu pra ver também que algumas coisas que você faz no game facilita a missão, como completar ali as missões da Confederação Freestar.
So what'd you find? Oh, it is something. So she had a confidential informant. Huh.
An address of Lillian's confidential informant. What's a confidential informant?
A snitch. Someone that works for bad people but is helping the authorities on the side. Well, looks like we have a lead. No name, but an address works. Shall we? Well, as long as we don't make too much noise, we should be fine. Neon's always got people coming and going. But... something's not right here. Not at all. Let's hurry up. And the field trip continues. Now be careful, Cora.
Dad!
Together, I feel like we could do some serious damage. Well, not the best neighborhood.
Door's locked.
Well, yeah, you'd have to be certifiable to leave your door unlocked on Neon. What are you doing?
Picking the lock.
What? Where the hell did you learn to do that?
A book. Oh, and Vladimir.
I told you nothing good will come from those books. I can't believe my little Cora is picking locks. No, she's a little sponge. Always has been. Just soaking up books and learning like no one's business. But Vladimir and I are gonna have some words. Ain't that the truth? But seriously, dragging her all over creation? Maybe Lillian's right. Well, Neon's a rough town. She's waltzing through it like it's nothing. All this hustle and bustle, I know the allure. I fell for it. It's all champagne and pop rocks until the bill comes due. Or, more likely, something to keep me awake at 2 a.m. I mean, I know you said Constellation's good for her. You really think that, even now?
Lock's done.
Well, I guess that's our cue.
Aí a gente precisa inspecionar aqui o apartamento.
Cora.
Dad, I've seen worse. He's just dead.
Yeah, okay. We'll stay away from this. I mean it, Cora. We'll investigate.
If that's the CI, does that mean Mom...
Mom's as tough as they come. It does mean that whatever she's involved in, it's not some milk run.
Aproveitando que a gente tá aqui, vamos dar uma geralzinha no apartamento. Alguma merda aconteceu, isso é óbvio. Opa, temos o códice aqui também já para continuar a missão. Só vou terminar de dar geral aqui para ver se tem algo pra gente levar. Caso contrário, só dar uma lida no códice aqui. E a gente vai passar isso daqui pro Sam ali também para continuar a missão, né?
Looks like you found it. A slate.
What's it say?
Shit. Sioka Syndicate. Victor compound, some stuff about fake IDs and cover details. Lillian's doing a deep cover-up on the Syndicate. Oh, it's bad. The Syndicate is a mean customer. Even the Rangers don't tussle with them unless they have an important reason. Lillian, what the hell were you up to? My thoughts exactly. Cora, listen to me. This is too dangerous.
No.
The Syndicate is very real and very deadly. There's no way.
No, you listen, Dad. I'm not 8 anymore. I know I can't shoot or anything. But she's my mom. I can be a pair of eyes. I know things. I will be useful, promise. If Mom... And I could have done something about it and didn't.
I know that look. Ah, damn it. Yes, do you hear that? It's not just me that's worried about you.
I promise. I'll be careful. You'll see.
All right. Let's go find your mother.
Beleza, né? Então a gente tem ali uma marcação também no mapa, tá? Precisamos fazer uma dobra lá pra área, certo? Chegamos ali então no sistema, né? Que possivelmente é onde ela está. Pelo que deu pra entender ali, está numa missão secreta, né, mano? Então complicou a situação aqui pra gente também. Complexo Victor, beleza, bora lá então fazer o pouso ali. E agora conversar com o Sam pra continuar com a missão.
Touchdown. Okay, give me a second. I still know some Ranger secure frequencies. This is Co. Hart, you there? Please respond.
Hart here, acknowledged. And frequency secured. Sam? Sam, what are you doing here?
Mom!
Oh, you gotta be. Sam, you didn't bring my daughter here, did you?
Not the time or place. What's your status?
We will be talking about this later. Cover is intact for now, but the clock's ticking down fast. Too fast. A distract and extract should do it.
Like old times.
Great. Just great. And Sam, if even one hair on Cora's head gets hurt,
We are 110% on the same page.
comms out.
I knew something was wrong, but not like this.
All right. Well, time for us to make an entrance. You're still in, right? She needs us to distract the Syndicate so she can shed her cover and then make it to the extraction point. Yeah, we've done a couple of runs like this before. Hope I'm not too rusty. If Lillian is worried... Oh boy. Gumdrop, take my binoculars from my bag. You're our eyes, okay? You tell us about anything you see.
Roger.
You move one solitary inch away from that perch, and you will be grounded until you're 30. I am not kidding. This is my deadly serious face, yeah?
I got it. I got it. I won't move.
Good. Oh, this has to be the most half-baked idea. Okay, let's make it happen. If it gets cold enough, your spit can freeze. Not that I know that from personal experience. Alright, I know it from personal experience.
Beleza, e nessa parte aqui a gente vai ter ali toda uma área única envolvendo aqui toda a missão do Sam, onde precisamos ali, né, meio que encontrar a mãe ali da Cora.
Something close.
Vamos ter que passar aí por todos os inimigos, então é aquele padrãozinho. Vou na paz, na tranquilidade, olhando tudo ali, explorando direitinho, né? Vendo o que dá pra levar de bom ali, o que não der também a gente deixa pra lá. Eita, tem uma torre lá em cima, né? E bora lá, né, mano? Muito inimigo ali, já dá pra ver no mapa. Ai...
Ah, son of a...
Robozão lá no fundo correndo, hein? Beleza.
Oh, not my day.
O jogo tá dando umas enroscadas cabulosas, mano. Na hora que você abre a mira da sniper, tá ligado? Não é de agora. Desde a última atualização ele tá acontecendo isso. E com os scanners às vezes dá umas piscadas na tela. Bom, vamos ter que invadir aqui, né? Porque ficar muito parado no início ali não vai ajudar muito, não. Os inimigos ali, pelo menos até agora, não estão com um nível muito alto, né? Então tá facilitando bastante ali isso aí pro combate nosso aqui.
I guess we scared him off at least.
E como também é uma área que eu nunca explorei, né? Eu vou na moralzinha aqui. Uma nave pousou aqui perto já. A área ali também não tem muita gravidade não, então tomar cuidado aqui pra não apertar muito a mochila jata ali, senão eu vou lá pro Quinto dos Infernos. Ó, tem um computador aqui, temos aí alguns registros, né, de informações. Como padrão, sempre vou deixando um pouquinho na tela pra vocês aí. Quem quiser dar uma lida com calma, só pausar o vídeo. Munição é bom de levar. Se tiver alguma arma interessante também eu levo, né? Opa! Uma revista. Mais um bônus permanente aí. Isso aí é muito bom, né? Apesar que aqui é uma área única mesmo, né? Tinha que pelo menos ter uma. E que é esse computador aqui? Eu passei diretão nele, né? Ah, é. Pra ativar uns robôs aí pra ajudar. Aí é bom, hein? Enrosquei aqui, beleza, né? Eita! Tá bom, reclamo não. Deixa os robôs aí fazendo uma patrulha. Enquanto isso eu já vou dando umas olhadinhas aqui pelos cantos. Porque aí a gente já agiliza esse rolê aqui também, né? Um stand de tiro aqui, beleza. Ó, tem o traje do sindicato ali também, ó. Da hora, mano. Vou levar, né? Não sei se a gente consegue obter em outras áreas, tá ligado? Mas é sempre importante aí aproveitar. Tá fácil aqui, a gente já leva. Do outro lado ali deve ter se escondido, né? Ó, lá é a porta pra gente entrar, então ainda tem toda uma área pra dar uma olhadinha direitinho ali. E levar as coisas, né? Mais nada de interessante pra cá. Até o momento que esse vídeo aqui sair também, eu já fiz toda a inspeção do sistema aqui dessa área, né? Com certeza. que esses vídeos aqui são bem mais demorados. Ah, infelizmente a gente não pode acessar ali a nave. Que pena. Senão já ia pegar pra mim já. Mais algumas coisinhas pra levar aqui. Tá onde? Ah, ali embaixo, ó. Olha lá. Eita. Abriu a mira, o bagulho ainda vai dar uma enroscadinha de leve. Foda. Vamos descer? Ver se tem mais alguém ali. E vou por cima então. Caramba. Assim, né?
Grizzly,
Vou levar dinheiro. Aí a gente vai lá e vende depois, né? Que eu usar mesmo, não vou. Só se vir muito bom. Coisa que também é meio raro, né? Ó, dá pra ver as torretas daqui já. Caralho, tava mirando no lugar errado, mano. Ah, tá lá em cima. Ah, eu não entrei naquela área ali pra dar uma olhadinha ainda, né? Ih, rapaz. Pera aí que já eu vou lá. Deixa eu vir aqui primeiro. Tem nada ali. Pra cá também tem nada. Vamos subir as escadas. Eu não lembro de ter entrado nessa primeira casa aqui, né? Tem esse detalhe. Dá uma geralzinha nela ali, antes de entrar naquela porta ali, que possivelmente vai ter uma área inteira por dentro ali pra explorar ainda, né? Um códice aí com informações, né, da área, beleza. Mais um computador aqui. Tá repetindo as informações do primeiro computador lá, tranquilo, nem preciso deixar de novo. Vamos descer as escadas ali agora. Dar uma geral aqui no primeiro andar do bagulho. E pelo jeito, é só isso também, né? Tem uns corpos aqui que eu ainda não tinha dado uma olhadinha, beleza. Creio eu que agora é só ver essa área final aqui e entrar na porta ali, mano. Só a última conferida, né? E bora. Beleza, e bora começar a exploração desta área, né, mano? Agora eu vou dar uma olhadinha em tudo também, porque vai que tem alguma coisa de interessante aqui pra dentro, né, mano? E pra levar também, munição eu sempre pego tudo, né? As armas só levo lendária ali se tiver alguns status interessantes, mas tirando isso também eu deixo até no lugar. Só se ela valer muita grana, né? Porque aí já é um bom negócio, né? Mesmo que a gente não vá usar, dá pra fazer uma graninha extra ali, vamos dizer assim. Opa, o alarme tocou, mano. E agora? Até o momento tá tudo bem tranquilo aqui pra gente, tô suavão. Tem uns inimigos ali fora procurando, mas eu tô, né, tranquilo aqui. Porque agora a gente vai começar na paz. Cara, acertei na porta ali sem querer. Vamos olhando tudo, né? A gente tá aqui. Já era. Tá bom.
Grab everything useful.
É, por enquanto tá bem suave aqui, né? Tem uma porta ali também pra dar uma olhadinha. O objetivo tá na parte de cima ali, então tranquilo. A gente vai ter que subir as escadas, mas ainda assim eu quero, né, dar aquela famosa geral embaixo aqui, pente fino. Vou subir pelo canto aqui primeiro. Contrabando ali. Mas esse aí eu vou deixar aí. Vamos ir um pouco mais para frente, né? Eita! Já era. Eliminar os inimigos primeiro pra deixar tudo livre. Pra gente só explorar a área, né? Uns armários aqui, também tranquilo. Nada demais. Bom, até aqui tá de boa. Nada muito relevante, não. Caralho, tem uns armários aqui azulão, mano. Escuro pra caramba. Opa, tem alguém conversando ali. Aquele tá mais longe, né? Não tá aqui dentro, não. Deve estar lá no corredor. Só um monte de armário aqui também. Vamos abrir tudo, vai. Acho que a outra não vai vir pra cima, não. Bom, até o momento aqui também tá suave essa área aqui. Nada muito relevante, não.
Better we get it than someone else.
Vamos seguindo em frente que a gente tá chegando ali, ó, no objetivo. Ah, entendi. Na hora que a gente abre a porta ali, a mina se revela a posição dela lá, né? E aí ela começa a atacar os caras também. Por isso que os caras ficou tudo perdido ali. Entendi. Pronto. Caraca, aqui tá escurão, hein? Bom, chegamos aqui então na área final, né? A mina já tá ali. A gente veio eliminando todo mundo até aqui. Tranquilo, demora um pouco mesmo, normal. E agora... Ah, esse daqui, esse traje aqui eu não tinha visto não. Vamos pegar as coisas que tem aqui. Tem um cofre ali também. Já é o final da exploração, beleza, né? Pelo jeito é só pegar as coisas e conversar com ela lá. E é isso aí. Essa aqui é a sala, a mina tá ali, de boa. Vamos dar uma geralzinha aqui também, ver se tem alguma coisa e conversar com ela.
You're the new ranger, right? I see the stories about you weren't exaggerated. Thanks.
Looks like I get to play hero for once.
I gotta say, your timing is spot on. My cover was hours from being blown to hell. We have a lot to talk about, but let's get to your ship first. Let's just say you made quite the impression on my daughter. Kinda wish I didn't know so much about you, honestly. Except for any stragglers, yes. By the time they send some reinforcements, we'll be long gone. I did say thanks, right? I'll see you soon. This is your ship, right? I hate to ask, but I'm gonna need some more assistance with my mission.
Are you for real? Weren't you just chewing me out about putting Cora at risk?
Thanks, Sam. What if you were spotted? Either here or I assume Neon. It means the Syndicate may come after all of you. The only way to get us to be really safe is to see this through. I think the Seoka have found a way to intercept some of our secure transmissions. We can't trust traditional communication. I have a limited window where the intel I gathered is actionable, so I'm afraid it's just us. That's fair.
Just like Lillian. Straight from one fire to the next.
That's the job, Sam. You know that. There's a shipment of armaments coming in on a heavy freighter, the Duma. I know its itinerary, but I don't know where the arms are being stored. If we find the cache, we can lure out a Seoka underboss, Valerie Mascara. The worst kind of criminal. She's smart. Too smart. She's convinced a number of the Seoka to think outside the box. She has plans larger than Neon, and that makes her very dangerous. Yes, What do you think?
Well, taking out one ship isn't that bad. And the gold is good. Always is with you, Lillian.
Gladly. So we get the location of the cache from the Duma. Then we make our move. Thank you.
If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened to Mom.
Freighter Dumont, this is Freestar Ranger Lillian Hart, transmitting authentication ID. You were ordered to cut your engines and prepare for boarding. This is not a request.
E aqui a gente tem um leve problema, tá? Porque se você invadir a nave, eliminar a tripulação, em algum ponto ali que você eliminar a comandante da nave, o Sam vai ficar pistola com você, vai embora, aí vai ter recompensa na tua cabeça também, por aí vai. Agora, se você não invadir a nave e explodir ela, automaticamente eliminando todo mundo que tá dentro da nave, você não vai ter nada de recompensa, o Sam não vai ficar pistola com você, vai entender, velho. Nem eu entendi essa lógica aqui, tá? Porque eu invadi a nave, o Sam ficou pistola, largou o bagulho ali no meio mesmo, e aí eu explodi a nave e não deu nada. Starfield, né, mano? Ou melhor, Bethesda, né? Sempre. Mas de boa, né? É coisa que acontece. Vamos pegar aqui os itens ali de recompensa e bora continuar a missão, né? A mensagem ali pra localização já tá aqui mesmo.
Yes! We've got the cache location. A word, Captain?
Excellent. We know where the cache is now. I know the type Valerie uses. It'll be very secure, and if you trip the alarm, it'll send a distress call out. Valerie wants to arm the Syndicate and start preying on all the little outposts and space stations that are far away from Rangers' protection. She's not a pirate, she's an extortionist. And if we let her get her hooks into these people, it could take generations before it's clean. Right now, we have a chance to stop a problem before it starts. We can count on at least one ship being within range, maybe two. Valerie has more robots than men, so expect hard targets. It's time we deal with Valerie once and for all.
Beleza, agora a gente tem uma localização pra ir ali, encontrar o estoque, né, de armamentos da mina ali, tranquilo. Vamos fazer uma dobra lá pra esse sistema. Chegando nele, a gente vai ter uma área específica da missão pra pousar a nave ali e começar com os objetivos dela aqui, né? Então, bora lá.
It's a kind of serenity to an abandoned place like this.
Fora que eu já vou explicar pra vocês que essa missão aqui, ela tá bugada, tá? Não é só um lugar não, em vários lugares, vocês vão entender, tá? O primeiro é o da nave ali, né? Doideira, mas de boa. E a segunda localização que tá bugada é exatamente aqui. Por quê? No padrão, o correto mesmo pra missão é descer duas naves, certo? Elas vão pousar e das duas tem que sair inimigos. Das duas. A partir do momento que sair inimigo só de uma e a outra eles não spawnarem, a missão já tá bugada automaticamente. E aí eu vou mostrar pra vocês o que vocês têm que fazer pra continuar essa missão. Porque ó, já deu pra reparar. Eu só tenho essas marcações aqui em uma nave. E na outra, cadê? Não tem inimigo. Mas primeiro, vamos eliminar esses inimigos aqui. E aí eu vou mostrar direitinho pra vocês a situação, como é que tá aqui. Mano, bizarro, velho. Bizarro, mano. De boa, ó, eu eliminei todos os inimigos daqui e os outros inimigos não spawnaram. Resumo pra vocês, era pra aparecer junto ou depois que eu eliminar o primeiro esquadrão, o segundo era pra vir pra cima, né? Nenhuma dessas configurações aqui, pelo menos na versão atual do game, tá funcionando comigo. Por quê? Ah lá, cadê os inimigos? Não tem. Resumo da história, o que a gente precisa fazer pra esses inimigos brotar aqui e spawnar e a missão continuar, porque senão ela buga, tá? Eu preciso voltar pra nave, decolar ela pra órbita, porque não adianta recarregar essa área aqui não, tá? Dá meio que um fast travel de novo ali, tá ligado? Pousar a nave de novo ali, que ele já pousa direto sem animação. Eles não spawnam, mano, você tem que sair do planeta ir pra porra da órbita e pousar a nave de novo, mano. Só assim o mapa recarrega e a missão spawna os inimigos secundários ali, né? E só de pousar a nave, você já reparou que eu tenho uma marcação ali agora. Quer dizer, os inimigos, eles já spawnaram. Então eu preciso sair do planeta, ir pra órbita dele, pousar a nave de novo, que aí sim o mapa recarrega, tá? Porque se você sair ali e só pousar a nave diretão, o mapa não recarrega não. Parabéns, mano. Essa missão aqui tá de parabéns, velho. Ela tá inteira bugada. Sabe o que é inteira bugada? E é aquele padrão, né? Vai ter gente que vai ter esse bug, pode ter gente que não vai ter esse bug, porque o Starfield, ele é bem inconsistente, né? Muitos bugs das pessoas tiveram aí, eu não tive até agora. Só que aí tem uns aleatórios ali que aparece que eu também não tinha visto não, né? Então deu pra entender a situação. O jogo é inconsistente. A primeira leva de naves foram eliminadas, certo? E aí, ó, vai descer mais duas, tá? Vocês vão ver aqui agora, ó, olha lá, ó. Uma aqui e a outra vai descer aqui atrás, ó. Então são mais duas. O problema disso é que vai acontecer a mesma coisa. Podem reparar aqui, vai ser igualzinho, ó. Só vai aparecer um grupo de inimigo, ó, do outro lado já nem apareceu. Eu vou eliminar esse esquadrão aqui e o outro não vai aparecer. E a gente vai ter que fazer o quê? O mesmo processo, tá? Vai pra órbita e pousa a nave de novo aqui pro segundo grupo spawnar aqui e a missão continuar. Mano, tá sensacional. E o pior, não é tipo uma vez, tá ligado? Você faz isso e já era. Não, vai ser umas 3, 4 vezes aqui que nós vai ter que fazer isso daqui até a hora que a chefe chegar aqui, mano. Tem esse detalhe. Aí, ó. Eliminamos o primeiro grupo, a nave vai embora, tranquilo. Só que aí, pra missão continuar e as outras duas naves pousarem aqui também no planeta, eu preciso eliminar o segundo esquadrão. Só que o segundo esquadrão não spawnou. Ah lá, cadê a marcação? Não tem, mano. Pode pegar o rifle mirado aqui, não tem inimigo. Resumo da história, repete o processo de novo, volta pra órbita e faz de novo. E aí, claramente ali, né, depois de perder mais esse tempo aí, refazendo ali, indo pra órbita, pousando a nave de novo, a gente consegue ali ter os inimigos spawnados, né, e aí é só eliminar eles. Vamos, calma lá. Já vou eliminar de longe mesmo. Aí a nave vai embora. Segunda rodada a gente já terminou também. Olha o bagulho bugado ali, filhão. E aí, mesma coisa. Mais duas naves vão pousar aqui, certo? Ó, uma tá lá em cima e a outra tá aqui. E aí, como padrão, né? É o que eu disse pra você. O que acontece duas vezes, acontece três, né? Então, mesma coisa aqui, tá? Vai tá bugado igual. Vocês vão reparar, ó, que olha lá, só brotou um lado dos inimigos e o outro, ó, nada. Entendeu? E aí o que a gente vai ter que fazer? Eliminar o primeiro grupo, me repete o processo. Volta com a nave pra órbita do planeta e pousa ela de novo. Ah, beleza isso aqui, mano. Acabou. E aí eu vou ter que repetir a mesma coisa porque, ó, eu eliminei o primeiro grupo, a nave foi embora, já era. Só que cadê o segundo grupo spawnando aí, entendeu? Então bora lá, né? Não tem muito pra onde correr. Vai ter que repetir o processo. E aí, beleza, né? A gente volta aqui de novo e, por mágica, olha só, né? Os inimigos brotaram ali, rapaz. Ah, beleza.
Nobody around. Might be able to find some salvage about.
Olha lá, ó. Tudo dentro da nave, ó. Só que aqui é o seguinte. Eu vou esperar um pouquinho. Porque se pá, essa nave pode ir embora ali com o corpo do Bosman. Esse é o problema. Só que eu acho que eu consigo tirar eles dali, né? Vamos ver. É que essa missão aqui, ela tá bugada e era pros caras sair do bagulho, você entendeu? Era pra ele sair andando da nave e vir na nossa direção. O problema maior é que esta merda aqui, ela buga. E aí o que que acontece? A bosta é que os caras ficam dentro da nave. Eles não saem daqui nem fudendo. Você entendeu? E aí eu tenho que vir aqui pra mim ver se tem algo de interessante ali. Porque, pô, se tiver uma roupa única ali ó, e tal, ó. Enquanto eu chego aqui bem na entradinha da nave, pelo menos, né, ela não decola. Porque eu pisei fora, ó. E aí se eu mato todo mundo ali dentro e a nave vai, né, ao infinito e além, eu me lasco, cai e leva tudo embora. Porque não era pros caras ficar dentro da nave, era pros caras sair o esquadrão certinho e vir pra cima. Só que não, né? Bugado do jeito que tá a missão.
Sam has had a lot to say about you. I can't believe you're fine with bringing my daughter along on all your adventures. And encouraging Sam with all this constellation is great for core nonsense. It's dangerous. Well, I didn't know that. I'll have to talk with her. And maybe Sam too. So I'm sure Sam's told you all about me. Go on. Ask whatever you want. It's complicated. Oh, so complicated. Cora's the one who reached out to me a couple years ago. We exchanged messages. Then the little scam convinced me to join a book club with her. I mean, books are fine. But the looks I got from my fellow Rangers reading Alexander Dumas, we do strange things for kids. A confidential informant was supposed to arrange transport off that rock, but I lost contact with him. The Syndicate got to him, and it was only a matter of time before they found me out. I owe you for the assist. He did? That's some serious ancient history. Well, we came across what remained of the pirates that attacked him, and the way he flew, fearless, brave, unpredictable. If there were any contraband on his ship, that would be such a waste of talent. Fortunately, any cargo he had was jettisoned in the fight. Understood? Another time. And it's over. I could see why they were eager to recruit you for the Rangers. For now, I swear the bad guys never sleep.
We need to talk. I mean, really talk, Lillian.
Maybe somewhere private?
No, I might need a little... damn it, emotional support, all right? Thank you.
If you want to fight in front of your friend, I'm ready.
I know you don't approve of Cora being with me.
Don't you see why? If you keep this up, she could get hurt, or killed, or worse.
Yeah, but she hasn't. She's been safe. I've been keeping her that way her whole life. And she's not a little girl anymore. She helps keep me alive, too. Hey, back me up here. I'll keep her safe. You know I will, right?
I know you'll try your very best. But what Constellation does, there's so much risk. I don't agree with your decision. I don't think I ever will. But I'll make my peace with it. All right?
Listen, all this... it has to stop. Like, every time we talk, it makes me want to punch a wall.
I don't want to be mad at you. I really don't.
Lillian... I don't know if what we had was ever... love. But we used to like each other. We need to get back to at least being civil. For Cora's sake. It always feels like you're judging me, Lillian. Like I'm not a good enough dad or good enough partner. And there's all this messy history.
I don't think that, Sam. I don't. I know I can hit below the belt. But the way you turn your life around, it's impressive. Truly.
I promise I'll try.
I can too. If we were gonna be really honest here, Sam, Cora and you, we were always together, back when we were a team. Cora would follow you everywhere, like a little adoring dog. I just fell out of it, long before we separated.
Lillian,
No, Sam. I need to get this out. But it's not fair that I take that out on you. Sorry, alright? Thank you.
I know. It's my fault too. Truce?
Truce. But I need something, Sam. I need to see my daughter more. These messages just hurt. They're such a tease.
And she misses you. But Lillian, the last 3 times we planned something, you bailed twice. Twice. Every time you do that, it destroys Cora. And I'm the one that has to deal with it. Yeah, that does make sense. Maybe you can have Cora for a vacation or something. You gotta have like years of shore leave banked.
Oh God, thank you. Thank you.
And Lillian, you know I care for you, right? But you and me?
I know. We were over before we even began.
Look, it's none of my business, I know, but you need to put yourself out there. And there's bound to be someone, hell, lots of someones, that would be thrilled for the complete Lillian Hart badass ranger package. Actually, I know a certain person on Neon.
Oh, stop.
I'm just saying. There are people that would do right by you. There's more to life than rangering.
I'll think about it. Sam and I didn't really choose to be with each other. It just sort of happened. And then Cora. I admire Sam. And he's one of the few people in the systems that can make me laugh. But I never really was. And I'm certainly not now. You've given both of us a real gift. Like I didn't owe you enough already. Now it's my turn. Sam, you're a good dad. I know I don't say it enough, but you are. But there is more to life than being Cora's father. So same advice to you. Find someone. Maybe you already have.
Well, aren't you just loving the turnabout and fair play nonsense?
See you around, Sam.
So you see why I like her? I mean, we were never a good fit. But Lillian's good people. She's full throttle Freestar Ranger through and through. I got a lot to think about. You know, for the first time in ages, I feel good. Really good. So listen, in Aquila City, there's an old haunt of mine. On a balcony near a good old statue of Solomon Coe. I want to show you. And have our own real talk, okay? And maybe figure out a way to repay you.
Beleza, aí a gente acaba ali completando a missão, porém ela continua, né? A gente precisa ir pra cidade de Aquila conversar com o Sam agora.
Russia's doing well for herself. Laredo is a big player in arms manufacture. Hey, thanks for coming here with me. You know, I used to truly hate this place. When I was a kid, I'd throw stones at that statue. Just beamed him over and over. Almost got arrested for it once. Shopkeep called the ranger over who'd shoot me out good. But once he found out I was a co, he just cut me loose. Actually said, "You of all people shouldn't do that." And I wanted to shout. I'm the only one who deserves to. But I managed to hold my tongue. It was a close one. I prefer to call myself spirited. But, I don't know. Maybe it's just the post-mission glow. I miss the old guy. Maybe even Aquila City. A little. With all that's gone on, with what we've been through, I finally feel at peace. Lillian and I were never meant for each other. But it's good to have her back as a mother to Cora. It's great, even. She was over the moon. Which is good. For now. But I know Lillian. There will be days when she flakes. Big time. Either way, Cora's better with her in her life. Warts and all. Yeah. And without your support, I don't think I ever would have done it. Man, there's so much. But you know, behind every lucky star that's come my way lately, I see, you. I've talked with you about things no one, and I mean no one, else knows. Well, your words have been a great comfort. You know, you live long enough, and you can just get covered in garbage. From the mistakes, the betrayals, misfortune. Makes it easy to lose sight of the things you should be thankful for. I'm the luckiest man I know then. Sincerely. When we met originally, and I heard you wanted to travel together, I didn't know what to think. It seemed you waltzed into Constellation so quickly and easily. I thought maybe you were like Walter's bastard kid or Ward or something. But, you know, you're pretty amazing. Man, I can't believe I just said that.
E aqui a gente tem o primeiro aviso do game, né, pra escolher a rota que você quer, de amizade ou de romance ali, né, então bora seguir em frente.
Well, a little lost for words. I figured we had something. Some chemistry. Some very real chemistry. Wow. That came out of nowhere. This is a big step. A huge step. If we do this, I want you to know I want the whole package. Candlelight dinners, walks on the beach, the whole kit and caboodle. You want that too, right? Oh, I'm 100% sure. Try me. Hell yeah. The whole thing ain't worth it without that. You are the single best thing that's ever happened to me. I love you. And later on, maybe I'll show you just how much.
Com isso, terminamos a missão e a gente precisa progredir ainda mais ali com o personagem para continuar a história.
Ever since we started being a couple, things have been going well. Like, really well. But at a certain point, Cora, we gotta make sure Cora's all right with this. I keep meaning to, and you know, there's just never the right time. All right, I keep chickening out about it, you got me. I'm just so damn happy. It's hard to rock the boat. Right. Sorry, you know you play hell with my attention span sometimes. But it's not just about you and me. It's about my daughter, too. I'm not sure how much you've talked with Cora, but I think you should. Hey, if you're happy with what we have right now, you don't have to. But if we get much more serious, I need to know Cora's on board. Oh, I'm gonna talk with her too. But Cora and I are a package deal. She needs to get to know you and at least be okay with us being an item. I really hope that's not a deal breaker. Don't worry about it. She doesn't bite. Well, not anymore.
I had it covered, but happy to be in your debt again.
So what, if we count this incident as the second time I've saved you?
It's not a competition, Sam.
Sure it isn't. So there's that time at the asteroid belt, the one on Neon. So, I still owe you 3, Lillian.
4. You always forget that cargo freighter with the explosives.
4. Definitely 4 then.
But, Captain, in all seriousness, your help is appreciated. Likewise. Is Cora on board? Oh, babe girl, it's so good to hear your voice. Sadly not now, honey. I'm still on the clock.
Crime never sleeps.
At this point, I'd settle for a catnap. I've been doing good. I've managed to even have a social life. Well, a little bit of one.
This has to be one of the signs of the apocalypse.
Remind me again why I was happy to see you, Sam. I am planning a proper vacation one day. I hear Paradiso was nice.
Is this the famous vacation you've been planning since before I met you?
Always with the wisecracks. And Captain, nice moves. It's good to know my daughter's in good hands.
What about me?
What about you, Sam? I'm kidding. You always said I need to have a better sense of humor.
Forget I ever mentioned that.
Take care.
I can't wait to get to the Unity. I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too? I'll have to check all my charts and double check all the locking mechanisms and see what kind of differences there are in the next universe. You know, in case we get into the kind of trouble we always do. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you? That's what Dad said. I feel kind of bad, you know? That I want to go anyway. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge. But I can't wait to see what happens next. You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day. I want to fly my own ship and go all over the place. Like you and Dad, really. But hopefully not as crazy as your travels. I thought Dad's were exciting. But yours? Brr. It's the best. I met another kid my age who hadn't been on a starship once. Not even once. Same boring old planet for like years. She didn't even know how to replace a phase manifold. Can you imagine? I read. I look around the ship, but no touching. Dad lets me do all sorts of stuff on his ship. But he said I have to be respectful on your ship. But I could try to fix things if you ask. Hint, hint. You can ask. I promise I'll be good. Good. I've been wanting to ask you something too. Me first. Why did you help us out with Mom? It was super dangerous. Even Dad barely agreed to help me out, and he's my father. I just don't know why you do so much for us. I know. I mean, anyone around the two of you knows that. What are your intentions with my father? You heard me. Your intentions. Now. I figured it was something like that. Just so you know, I like you too. Dad's never been happier. Well, we've never been happier. So if you guys need to sneak off to smooch some more sometime, you have my blessing. That's how it works, right? You're very welcome.
So, how'd the talk with Cora go? Yeah, good one. For real, what'd she say about us? Her blessing. Huh. Cora and her Jane Austen novels. I keep thinking back to what you were saying, that we're lucky. I don't know, luck is too small a word. With so many people out there, the odds of, well, finding you feels like destiny. I mean, look, I'm trying to play it cool. But you gotta know, I'm crazy about you. And, well, how do you see this playing out? How do you do that? Right when I think I've got it all figured out, you just rock my world again. In the very best way. I mean, I hoped, maybe even prayed. You mean it, right? Yes. I mean, hell yes. Well, apparently we're having a ceremony. Anytime you're ready, head over to Aquila City. Figure it's about time to make some genuine good memories at the Coe Estate. I can't wait. It's a rare thing to know that right here and now might just be the best days of your life. I like where this is going. Well, we managed an entire civil adult conversation the other day. I kept waiting for the fireworks. I was still waiting after she said goodbye. It was different. Good different. Let's talk about something less awkward, like bathroom hygiene. Need to check on the girl child. It's a strange feeling, knowing you're living through some... Oh, I like the sound of that. Just don't ever go, love. I don't want it to ever end.
Beleza, depois de ter completado aquela missão, né, a gente tem que vir aqui depois de um tempinho ali para a cidade de Aquila para acontecer o casamento, certo? Só o que acontece? Temos um grande problema aqui, mas um problema enorme, dessa vez o bug é tryhard. Motivo disso, você não consegue entrar na casa do Sam, que é a casa da família dele. Por que disso? Eu estou no NG e a gente fez a história simplificada da constelação. A história simplificada, você pula várias partes ali da história principal padrão, certo? Uma delas é a primeira vez que você vem junto do Sam aqui na cidade de Aquila, que tem aquele assalto ao banco, né? Que é a primeira missão da Confederação junto com a missão da constelação. Então se você usa o NG de história simplificada, você não recebe o cartão de acesso do Sam e nem a porcaria da chave da casa dele. Resumo da história: você não consegue terminar a porcaria da missão de casamento sem utilizar comando. Tá uma beleza isso daqui. E aí, te sobram opções. Vai pra Concórdia, começa outra gameplay e faz a história do zero de novo. porque, né, o Sam está numa missão de compromisso, você não consegue desvincular o personagem do teu lado, ou você usa comando na porcaria da porta aqui da casa dele e continua a missão. Você tem essas opções, mano. Ou tu pega a porcaria da chave da casa dele também através do comando e é isso que sobra pra tu fazer. Se não, tu se lascou. É o que dá pra dizer, mano, essa missão aqui tá uma maravilha, velho. Mas tá inteira lascada. Não é possível, cara. Como que a Bethesda conseguiu fazer um bagulho desse, mano? Até eu tô desacreditando. Mas beleza, vambora, né? Vai abaixo do comando, foda-se, vai embora.
Apparently we're having a ceremony today. Although right now, it's just me and the mayor cooling our heels here.
Jacob, it's a special day. This always happens.
No, this is my son and his usual sloppiness. Sure, that's it. Listen, you know, I know. Hell, the neighbors know my son and I don't always get along. I do care about him. He's blood. And he gave me Cora. But the way he looks at you have a chance at real happiness together. So, thank you. What? Well, I guess you're right. After the ceremony, it looks like I get to have Cora for a little bit. I don't know if you had anything to do with Sam doing that, but if you did, you have no idea what it means to me. That's the way it ought to be. Awkward small talk over. Lillian Hart should have arrived at the starport. Might be nice if someone went to meet her. And better fetch Cora, too. She's exploring the city. Which means she's at Sinclair's bookstore because she's, well, Cora.
Aí também, aproveitando, né, que eu tava na casa dele ali, ó, já dei uma olhadinha. Encontramos uma revista com um bônus permanente, muito bom. Tinha também um códice ali, né, que eu vou deixar um pouquinho na tela pra vocês aí, direitinho pra quem quiser dar uma lida, né, porque já estamos na merda mesmo, então... Vamos dar uma olhada em tudo, né, não tem muito pra onde ir.
Well, thank you. You, my dear, are welcome anytime. If you ever find an old Earth printing of City of God, I have been looking for it for ages.
Mom says later this year we can spend a whole week together. Oh,
I can't wait to get back to the ship.
Oh,
the gravity
hi.
here's something else.
I got a new book. Charles Dickens. Fiction. Great Expectations. Not related to today. Or is it? What time is it? Shit! Oh, sorry. Swear. I lost track of time. I know, right? And Sinclair's is absolutely the best. I want to let you know I'm okay with this. The ceremony? Dad is Dad, but he's lonely and you make him happy. And I like your ship loads. Oh, and you, too, of course. It's way better than Dad's. But I guess it'll be our ship now? And it'll be part mine. Oh, I am going to claim a section to be officially Cora's thinking spot. I'll get to the estate right away.
So, you're the one that's picking me up? Nice to see you in a less life-threatening situation. Happy to be here. Just to let you know, this shouldn't be awkward. Sam and I were never meant for each other, and we both moved on from whatever we had. Some unsolicited advice. Be there for him, all the way. He and Cora deserve that. Glad to hear it. I know the way to the Co-Estate. Meet you there.
Well, everyone's here. You ready to start the shindig? Okay, I'll let Mr. Cartwright know.
Welcome, everyone. One of my favorite duties as mayor is to preside over joyous occasions like this. Couples like yourselves, full of love and affection and eager to share a life together. Well, it's a blessing.
Oh, we're a blessing now. Mayor's laying it on real thick, ain't he? Yeah, my dad's glaring at us right there. He'll tan your backside quicker than you can blink.
Sam, have you prepared any vows?
Oh, right, here goes. Life comes easy for some folks. They get most things right the first time. But, that has never, ever been me. But this time, I know I got it right. Because of you. I know you've had a tough life, too. But we really are the lucky ones. There are a million, billion stars out there. To find anything that really matters is kind of a miracle. And as the good mayor says, I'm truly blessed. Because I have you in my life. You and me both. Lookout Galaxy.
I understand you wanted a moment here, Sam?
I never met someone who knew me. The real me. And still wanted to be with me. I want you to have this. It's my Freestar Ranger badge. Looking back, I'm grateful. Because every step and every misstep brought me closer to you.
That's very touching. Excuse me. By the power vested in me from the Articles of Confederation, I officially, and quite happily, declare you life mates. Let me be the first to congratulate you both.
E beleza, né? Com isso a gente acaba encerrando aí a missão, né, de compromisso com o Sam. Certo? Agora a gente tá casado com ele aí. Bom, recebemos um presente dele ali também, né? Só mostrando pra vocês aí, é a insígnia lá de Ranger dele, né? Tranquilo, bem legalzinha também. Da hora. Bora mostrar mais algumas interações aí, velho. Terminar o vídeo, né? Pelo amor de Deus.
You are a wonder of nature, love. I can't wait for tomorrow night. I've got some ideas. You are... yeah, that thing with the legs and the arm that you... How was that even possible? Hopefully I did Constellation proud. With all the fun we had, you managed to get any sleep? Oh, we're done? I could go for round 4. Right here with you, it's a little patch of heaven. I could get very, very used to this. Last night was truly something. Last night, totally worth the bruise. You are a wonder of nature, love. You can tell me anything, love. I feel like I've lived my whole life missing you. And not even knowing it. I'm smiling ear to ear already, darling. Might be I feel the same. I'm so coy. But you have no idea how madly in love with you I am. I don't know, you'd be interrupting some quality time of me thinking about you. I literally cannot imagine my life without you. I hope it's about me. And you. Right back at you. And then some. There are no words. I need better words, stronger words to talk about you. Say again? What? What are you going on about? Lord knows we're dealing with some crazy shit, but we can get through it. Together. Listen, if you're breaking this off, know that it's broken for good. I need someone that'll always be there for me, and Cora too. If that's not you anymore, then let me know. Don't draw this out. Just leave me alone. Go.
Beleza, pessoal, com isso a gente acabou terminando aqui todo o envolvimento ali com o personagem Sam, né? E bom, é isso aí, certo? Ele fica com raiva por um tempo, depois ele volta ali, padrão, né? A ser um companion através de amizade e tudo mais, né? Beleza. Se gostou, deixa o like, se inscreva no canal. Valeu, falou e até a próxima.